Hey guys and girls, welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. Hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. Now this is a cheeky one, a very naughty one. It was only this week have I realised nothing has actually happened. It's very confusing, very odd. I'm going to butcher this, but bear with me. So, Tulip Siddiq, her family was ousted during a little bit of a tomfoolery, shall we say, in Bangladesh. And Bangladesh, on the 13th of April, issued an international arrest warrant. Now, I believe this is an Interpol one. And you know how stuttering Starmer loves international law. However, she's still not gone anywhere. She's still an MP. She's still, if you scroll down on the Parliament website, let me just scroll down a little bit, still part of Labour. She's only just stepped down. She's still elected. She's still an MP. She just stood down from her kind of position, economic, I believe, position, ironically, on Labour front benches. But she, even with an arrest warrant, she hasn't been kind of like released, and no police officer has gone to arrest her, even though there's an international arrest warrant for her arrest. And the Bangladeshi leader, I believe, was going to meet stuttering Starmer, but now isn't when they visit the UK. I don't know if the actual visit has now been stopped or whether or not they're just not meeting, which is a bit of a long way to go, unless the Bangladesh leader is personally going to go and try and arrest her. I don't know. It just seems very, very odd. So it's very confusing. And so that's why I decided to do a little reading about it, a cheeky little reading to find out what is preventing, who is protecting, why is she being protected, Tulip Siddiq, because supposedly in the reports, Stuttering Starmer and her were very, very close, to the point where they allegedly went on holiday together and stuff. And Stuttering Starmer has been allegedly, to what I can gather, to Bangladesh, and has been put up by the family over there, her family, and cool, that came from nowhere. That was the old chestnut of the throat chakra there. Bloody hell, that was a violent one. So let's find out what's going on. Who is protecting who, or who's got who over a barrel? Let's find out what's going on here, because it seems remarkably dodgy. And apart from what I've shown you on the 13th of April, no one seems to be reporting on it. So it seems very, very hush-hush. Similarly to a selection of Ukrainian lads and Stuttering Starmer. It seems very, very hush-hush. High Priestess, intuition. Oh dear. That's a message to me, following my intuition. So that's almost like a footnote to me, kind of going, your intuition is kind of all right. You're on the right track. So it's like, oh no, this is supposed to be a cheeky one. Five of Cups. This feels as if they're stuck. There is focusing on the spilt milk, not focusing on what else is, the other two cups in the traditional tarot. However, this one is feeling as if it's almost like the harm being done. I'm kind of seeing kind of a tally, like the amount of strikes before you're out kind of thing, but 5 instead of 3. Knight of Swords. Truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity coming, rushing in. Especially towards probably delivering another tally, if you get me. Another kind of protection system, barrier, that kind of thing. It's almost like, but this feels like the warrant is kind of being reminded, well, there's an international warrant and you really like international law, you kind of need to do this. But the Empress here, this is Tulip, surrounded by the fruits of her labour, her harvest. What does that really mean? In this instance, property portfolio, connections, family tree, that kind of thing. Okay. But my perception is right. It's fishy. King of Swords, truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity, authority figure. That's once again not stuttering Starmer. Notice how the King of Swords is also kind of looking at my intuition to start this reading. And both of them are kind of on the same page kind of energy. 8 of Wands. Or quick movement, could be quick messages. It could be yet another issuing of the warrant. This feels like some sort of spin campaign, some sort of blasting of in the press for some reason. Universe, infinite growth, infinite possibilities, infinite. For the new boys and girls, we also look at the connection, the triangulation with the cards as we do the foundation reading. There's several layers to this. There'll be some gossip in the middle, and then we'll go to an outcome at the end here coming up. But between this here, it's keeping their options open. It's like, this is stuttering Starmer, the 5 of Cups. This is Tulip. She's got multiple possibilities. This guy is trying to get in the middle of the yeah. This feels like a lawyer. This doesn't feel like a judge or anyone like that. That feels like a lawyer. We're both on the same page, though. It's like you can't have it both ways. Why are you protecting your favourites, as it were? That's the word that came out. I stopped myself to say friends, but no, it's favourites. Unknown card. This is one of the 4 extra cards in this deck, same as the universe, which we refer to as the Epic Arcana. This is about having faith in the situation. These are 2 different people. These are definitely 2 different people. These feel like the authorities issuing that. Sorry, I'm just being nudged here. These feel like the authorities, the police, issuing the international arrest warrant and that kind of thing. This is definitely a lawyer of some description, probably working for the justice or their equivalent of the Oh wow, wow. Twice in one reading. We go through so many readings where nothing comes up, no coughs or anything, and then suddenly twice in one reading. That's weird. But that's like the justice minister of some description. Devil. This is worry. This is I'm being reminded about the image, the original tarot image, where there's a male and female chained in kind of like a dungeon kind of thing. Trapped, kind of can't get out of it. Kind of like the devil in the detail kind of energy. So even though that she thinks she's got possibilities here and they're trying to spin this or send messages, or there's definitely a a particular use of language here. That's why I keep saying spin. It's quite a... They've definitely got their thesaurus out to kind of get round the edges, if you get me. It's Page of Cups, flirting with possibilities, opportunities. So this guy here, Justice Minister, whomever, these are both Bangladeshi, has faith that this is going to be sorted out. The reason why my intuition is like stuttering Starmer is trying to prevent any of it to happen, because then it's bad on him. Someone who's supposed to be like head of, lawyer, working people, human rights lawyer, what. But at the same time, we had, was it the transport minister? Fraud with her mobile phone at her old job or something. I'm sure it was the transport. And then we've got Tulip. It's not a good look, and so that's why it's almost like preventing this from happening. Overarching energy, King of Cups, trying to find a balanced solution out of this, kind of from feelings point of view. Underlying energy, Four of Swords. This is the calm the F down card. Trying to delay. It feels like that feels like, until we get the right words to spin this, just sit down and shut up kind of energy. Okay. So now we've got the basis of this reading. Let's find out what's going on with the prediction deck. So I hope you're doing well and all that jazz and having fun and all that shenanigans. Thank you to everybody in the last couple of days for your suggestions in the comments down below. I'll try to get to them as quickly as I can. Don't forget, you can also upvote if you see someone else suggesting a reading and you'd like to see it as well. Don't forget, you can like the comments as well. So it kind of gets upvoted and stuff like that. I really do enjoy seeing people doing that. It's really, it really helps me out to see what people want to see. But also, much more importantly than that, it's nice to see like the village, the greatest good village, interacting with each other, commenting on each other, comments and stuff like that, and supporting each other and all that. It's really lovely what we're building here. It's really, really nice indeed. So I had a proud moment before this reading. I don't know if you can tell. I was like, oh, that's brilliant. Oh, look at you two doing that kind of thing. It's, anyway, I was proud, like I said, proud parent. I won't say what it was, but it's like, the interactions were like, wow, that's really cool. Anyway, I'll shut up and not be patronising anymore. But I like I said, I was proud. We've done that. That's a thing that you like. Yeah. Anyway, let's find out here. Public life. This feels like a pressure to burn it out, because at the moment she's still politician. She's still got protection in that respect. This lawyer, this justice minister, whoever, like, this is definitely, like I said, Bangladeshi. He's going to apply pressure, like real pressure. If Starmer hasn't seen it right now, he ain't seen nothing yet. Mainstream news. What? I'd hate to say, I told you, I'm not going to. But their message, I don't want to call it manipulation, because but definitely a thesaurus involved. What was it back in the day? Mainly because we mentioned proper Top Gear in one of the readings recently. Is what was it? When Clarkson had a fracas or whatever it was. Yeah, it's that kind of particular use of words and stuff. Primarily to protect the position of Starmer with the Five of Cups. which is the lowest card for a while that we've seen him. He's quite, on the pecking order, he's quite burnt out right now. Normally he turns up as the King of Wands. Vision, intent. Not necessarily a good vision, but he's got like eyes on the prize kind of energy. For him to turn up as the Five of Cups at the moment in this reading, very interesting. Very interesting. So it's kind of cut him deep, especially with the Five of Cups, kind of emotions. One of his allies have been like out in the cold kind of energy, but she's hunky-dory. She's got many options, she thinks. Many possibilities, but she can't get out of this, you know? Shadow Ruler. This is nudge and a wink I'm getting. Similar to allegedly, now her aunt has been charged with, what was it? It was something in particular. It was like something against human rights, I think. It was something like that. Let me just, because I want to, if we're gonna mention it, we might as well mention it properly. But it, yeah, her aunt, where is it? Charged with crimes against humanity in Bangladesh for her involvement in mass killings. This is nothing to do with the alleged fraudulent kind of funneling of money and bank accounts and property portfolios and all that kind of stuff. It's just that so far. That was last week, it seems, as I record this. So it looks like following connections, trying to make like the other connections that are still available to her Tulip to try and sort this out. But this ain't going to go anywhere. Taken out. Having faith to take her out. Okay, the devil. Taken by force. Wow. This is going to escalate very quickly. Overarching energy. Joining forces. This feels like the reason why they're not having a meeting is that something to do, like sympathetically, somebody within the Met Police or someone like that to actually sort it out. Instead of going, they know the Prime Minister is not doing it and not going to do it, so they're going down the ranks a bit. Something along those lines. Underlying energy, underground in hiding. There's some sort of protection there. It feels as if there is a kind of like a cover-up. What I'm being shown as a download, as a nudge, whatever you want to call it, is, or I'm being reminded of kind of Hillary Clinton emails kind of scandal back in the day. What was it? 30,000, 33,000, whatever it was, on a home server, suddenly deleted and all that kind of stuff and formatted and allegedly, if you're going to go down the conspiracy route, her IT specialist suddenly was found kind of unalived suspiciously soon after. But it's that kind of energy I'm getting here. Yeah. So, let's go to the Kipper deck to find out and stuff like that. If you're enjoying this reading, or the way I read at least, please thumb me like. I've got a button and graphics. We might as well use them. There we go. hell this is. I was going to say brilliance, but even I didn't even agree with I didn't. I was like, that doesn't sound right at all. I've met me. That doesn't sound right. But yes, thank you to everybody who does on a monthly basis. It genuinely helps out and is helping us get towards our farm, our homestead, our small holding, whatever you want to call it, the next adventure. So thank you for all your blessings there. Right. Toil and labour. Interesting that the burnout on toil and labour, wearing the situation down. This wealthy male feels like the lawyer. He feels like the king of swords here, making a statement or going around the mainstream news, making a press conference, something along those lines, kind of exposing it a lot more. Thief. Allegedly. No, you. Overarching message, exactly. Exactly. There's going to be a huge escalation to this very, very soon. Privileged lady. That feels like family tree, the aunt, Tulip, just general, not necessarily an individual lady. I'm a lady. No, it came from nowhere. I'm sorry. It felt appropriate for some reason. But this feels more about kind of self-centeredness, kind of higher than you, kind of like the ladder of life, kind of just. But like I said, it's not just Tulip. It the aunt. It's just like a family kind of trope, I suppose. It feels off, but yeah, it's like, you can't treat me like that. Like, don't you know who I am? That kind of energy. Yeah. Right. So the outcome, here we go. But I feel like this expose, this wealthy man, the lawyer, there really is, like I said, I keep saying like justice minister or something, but there really is kind of like going to be a campaign to really ratchet up and expose Stutter and Starmer. It's it's almost like political suicide. That's what I'm getting from the Five of Cups, with the wealthy male, like this lawyer, spinning it in the media, spinning it like particular words in a particular way, as we were saying. He thinks he's damaged now. It's almost like he's had the shot across the bow, and now it's in for the kill. It's that kind of energy about it. Page of Pentacles. It's like, where do we want to plant this seed of opportunity? What would cause the most damage? Kind of energy. What we were talking down here in the middle. Seven of Pentacles, trying to review the situation from Stutter and Starmer's point of view. Magician, trying to make things happen, manifest. Five of Wands on Tulip. Constant battering behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff. It's shocking that she's still kind of, I know it's like innocent until proven guilty, but this is ridiculous. It's like, go just. I think there's something here to do with, we can't have a by-election. There's something else to it. The other shoe to drop kind of thing. Sorry, I found coffee. Cheers. There's something to do with that. it's a numbers game. There's something to do with number. Well, obviously we're talking about money, but I mean, and property allegedly and all that kind of stuff. But there's something to do with election and numbers. I'll put it down. I'm sorry. Devil again. See what I mean? Trapped, chained up, can't get out of this. King of Wands. Suddenly stuttering Starmer's back. It feels as if the King of Wands is in reverse, where it's almost like the Emperor has no clothes. That's the sort of energy I'm getting here, where from reviewing the situation, he's like, to try and counteract the spin, to counteract the news. He tries, but it's like the Emperor has no clothes, and everyone can see it. They can see it now, but this is going to be to a new extreme of silliness. Wheel of Fortune. Positive change about this. Not for her, but like it's like it's been stuck for quite some time, and now the wheel is spinning. Now the fortune, like you reap what you sow kind of energy. Yeah. Chariot moving on. This feels like it's in reverse as well. There's no decision. There's nothing to get out of this. Choice. Yeah. So Stutter and Starmer's trying to move on, even though they're trapped. They're trapped over here. They're trapped over there. They've got to do what they want to do, but they can't do it. Yeah. They're going to protect, but that ain't going to work and all that kind of stuff. He's exposing himself. Labour is being exposed. It's only one kind of slow news day, and this is going to ramp up. The lovers here is the choice between doing the right thing, yeah, working people, international lawyer, human rights, lovely working people, or like his connections, his friends, that kind of stuff. But we've got the Two of Pentacles trying to balance it out. It ain't going to work. Five of Cups. It's a done deal. It's trapped. There is something that I don't know if they've got. You know what? Before we get to the cartoon clarity and stuff like that, I'm going to leave that there again. Put that down there. I'm going to use the dinky deck. Has Tulip and the family got something on Starmer? Or is Starmer compromised in some way? For the greatest good for all concerned. I know we're moving off slightly here, but there is something here. It's not just a bad look. Yeah, it's not just like friendship. Yeah, there's something more to this. It's almost like a tit for tat kind of energy. What's going on with Starmer? What is he compromised? Has he done something naughty that they've got over him? Seven of Pentacles again. This one? Yes, okay. Overarching energy, flirting with ideas. Wasn't that one down here? Yeah, flirting with ideas. Page of Cups. This Seven of Pentacles is notice the different, like, this Seven of Pentacles, as I read it, was like, okay, what are our options? Where are we going to plant our seed of opportunity, especially with the Page of Pentacles there? You know, it's that kind of energy. However, this Seven of Pentacles, I was drawn to the fact that it's almost like what I've done in the past energy. There is no defined where are we going to plant this seed, review to then move forward. This is more about, holy crap, what have I done? You know, will it come and bite me on the backside kind of energy, if you get me. So it's a slight difference there. But Seven of Cups, oh dear. Ace of Swords, truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity come with it. So overthinking. So much overthinking going on here. Judgment. Trumpet of truth. And we've also got the Six of Wands. So it's going to be victorious. This justice minister, this lawyer, whoever this is going to be victorious. Trumpet of truth, calling it out. Anyway, this is big. This is going to be kind of, and is there been? It's like, for me, maybe I'm miscounting, but there's never been a situation where stuttering Starmer's etiquette and what's the word I'm looking for? Ethics hasn't been in question since, and what is it? It's not even been a year as I record this. It's obviously, off the top of my head, Lord Ali, the shape of his family is, you know, you can take that any way you want. There's the Lord Ali, I'm also including there as the scandal of the accounting and stuff like that, and what he claimed back, and the freebies and all that stuff, and the glasses and suits and tickets and stuff, right? And then we've got the shape of his family. I'm going to miss one here. There's then been allegedly a connection with Axel what's his face's father, allegedly. That's definitely alleged. Then we've got the I'm running out of fingers here. And then we've got I've forgotten it now. It's the most recent one as well. Typical. For the new boys and girls, I had an accident years ago. My short-term memory is rubbish. My long-term memory is brilliant. So it's a bit, most of the time, well, I think it is anyway. How would I know? But it's frustrating, situations like this. But yeah, that's before we get to the winter fuel and all that kind of stuff. It's his personal kind of etiquette and the way he does things and like in question, and yet again it's going to come up. If you can think of the fourth one, I don't think it's winter fuel. That's more Reeves in it than him. Even though he's the Prime Minister, it goes under him. Technically you can go, well, it's Reeves. Rachel from accounts. But yeah. Let's finish this off. Disturbance. Yeah. There you go. Aid. Hold on. That's him. I was just for a second there, I was like, is there something here? No, it's him trying to sort this out. Oh, bribery, temptation. Mm-hmm. On haven't got any choices here. Taken by force. Yeah. It's definitely persuasion, issues, questions on it. Loss. Yeah, the damage is done. It's a matter of time. The plot and planning, scheming is happening here. Strategy. Once again, plot and planning, scheming. So it's practically a done deal. She'll be gone soon. And once again, the damage to Stutter and Starmer is paramount, and it's yet another pressure point, shall we say. It does feel like he's compromised in some way, shape or form. Happy home, 1111 card, make a wish, 4 of wands. 5 of wands again. It's interesting that as we're talking about property portfolios and money and stuff like that, It's come out in order. Oh, Hawk Lady, very lovely indeed. Hawk Lady is look at the wealth we have built here, possibly allegedly stolen. Well, isn't this amazing? Oh, it's like gorgeousness, and our portfolio of property and things like that. And now we're fighting over it. Yeah, it's just amazing how I was just to see if there's anything else, and it's pretty much exactly what we were talking about. So it's just a matter of time, really. Oh, it's bugging me now. I can't think of the latest morally questionable thing that Starmer's done. But this is definitely going to be up there. There's definitely. Oh, did I mention the Ukrainians? Did I mention the? If I didn't, that could be it. The Ukrainians, the models, who just happened to know what his car looked like, and the other house that he owned, and the house that he owned, and you know, all that allegedly just happened to. Anyway, I think we're going to leave this here for now, because this is just a ticking time bomb. This feels as if, especially with the judgment being called out, and I think that's gonna. That is not going to be a sniper. That is going to be kind of like a full-on. What's the gun I'm thinking of? Kind of the funnel one at the end that you see in cartoons. Blunderbuss kind of thing. There's going to be a lot of downfall here. But we'll leave it here for now. Okay, if you liked, once again, thumb your thummy. I hope you enjoyed. But until next time, when we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.